The real reason quantum particles change their behavior when observed scares the shit out of me. When you shoot light through two slits, you get an interference pattern because light behaves like a wave and it interferes with itself. But if you fire just one photon at a time, you still get that interference pattern. So what's it interfering with? Well, quantum objects like photons don't definitively exist in space or time like normal objects do. They are in what's called a superposition. A single photon will literally travel through both slits and interfere with itself. But the moment you try to observe which slit it actually goes through, everything changes. It stops acting like a wave and starts acting like a normal particle, just going through one slit. So it appears the act of observation changes the particle's behavior. Now, this is terrifying, but not for the reason you may think, because it's not your consciousness doing it, but I promise it's just as weird. An observation doesn't need an observer. It's really when a particle interacts with its environment and gives off some information about it. This leaking of information is called quantum decoherence and is really what is changing the particle's behavior. It's not so much knowing about the particle that changes its behavior, but the potential to know. The instant information exists about the particle, the universe in some unknown mechanism forces it to take a more definitive state. But here's the really weird part, because modern quantum theory tells us that the most fundamental aspect of reality is really information. All the matter and energy of the universe are really just emergent properties manifesting from a more fundamental information field. As famously put, it from bit. All of physical reality, the it, comes from bits of information. But this could tell us something about our consciousness. Consciousness may not arise from physical matter, but rather both matter and the mind could be seen as different expressions of the same underlying informational substrate. In what's called the integrated information theory, consciousness might just be an emergent property of sufficiently complex information processing that matter, like the brain, only helps to facilitate. But it makes me wonder, why does information exist if not to be received? Or perhaps perceived? Now, I know I'm getting speculative, but is consciousness an illusion of biology or something more fundamental? Well, the answer, or perhaps the question, is not very clear. Now, I put a lot of work into these videos and some people do try and steal them. So if you want to support me, just hit follow and maybe go to the bottom link in my bio.